Hi, Doug for Douglas Tackle World here, Stuart Price. How you going, Stuart?
Yeah, good, Dougie. How are you, mate?
Mate, I'm great. It's tackle show time, so we've been busy looking at all new stuff for you guys.
Yeah.
And for us too, by the way. And there's heaps of product there, Stuart.
There is, mate. We have been out of the shop a fair bit this week between
sorry,
both
guys.
of us. We have not been here pretty much any day.
Yeah.
However, we have still been working and we've been organising all the really good new stuff for you guys to have in the coming weeks.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So we will show you that as it comes along, because most of the stuff we've seen, you may see it getting out to the tackle show at Broadbeach at Convention Centre on Saturday.
Yeah.
This Saturday it's on for the public. It's
Public
free,
day.
I think.
It is free. You do have to
Yeah.
register online.
That's
so.
correct.
Yep.
So anyhow, guys, going to see all the latest. It's all
Yeah.
there. We've been looking at it for the last few days, and anyhow, it's a great thing. But let's go on with the fish reports, too.
Yeah, Dougie. So what's the weather looking like this week, mate? We'll start with the weather.
Yeah, so Saturday looks like it might be okay. Sunday's a bit more windy,
Yeah.
but still not too bad. Not as bad as it has been the last few days.
Yeah.
And this week has been crap, as we know.
Yep.
Yep. So offshore, look, you know, the snapper band's still on, right?
It is,
We've got
yeah.
another
Week and a bit.
10 days or 2 weeks still actually to go. Still, so we're in the middle of it pretty well. Over the hump, go to the other side.
Yeah.
And my suggestion would be exactly the same as last week. If you've got a little boat and the weather's under 15 knots, 10 knots, whatever, in the morning early, it may be worth a crack just going out with some, ball jigs type things, Stewie.
Yeah, so this type of thing works at absolute
As
treat. We
always
smash
push.
them.
And because they just work, guys. It's as simple as that. You can use them as a fast type thing, slow, put the rod holder, they just work. Simple as that. But great for snapper at times when the snapper season's open.
Yep.
It ain't open at the moment, so you might catch it bycatch when you're not fishing for it. But definitely catch parrotfish, small cods. I trade Drew, unfortunately Mac Drew, everything else.
They do.
Everything. Yeah.
Yep.
So give them a crack. Another thing, Stu, would be jigging. So in close, it's better we can really do at the moment.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Jewies.
Jewies. Okay,
Live
Jewies.
bait.
Sorry.
Does work
Yeah.
quite well.
But that
Yeah.
works very well. So, and there's a few big cobes caught. I talked to one guy yesterday and told me that he was fishing. It's on the 18 fathoms of charter boat pulled up next to him, pulled around about 30 kilos right next to him. So,
Yeah.
on livey. So, live baits are really the go. Or you could have a crack at jigs. So, we caught Jewies on jigs as well offshore. So.
Yeah, those ball jigs actually work quite well
They
for
do work
them.
alright.
So,
And just slow pitch type jigs, maybe a little bit small, not small for a
Yep.
wider, but that type of thing there. But definitely give it a go on the 18, 24s, even 12 fathom reefs. But we'll head out a bit wider now if the weather is available. To
Yeah.
do it. Okay.
maybe a little bit bigger boat.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
correct. Yeah, so 36 fathom reefs, it's the same scenario as in closer. You do get the odd amberjack and kinging out there.
Yeah,
There are plenty of dolphin fish on the fads, guys. So that's one thing that you definitely would target
there
at
is
the moment.
heaps. Yeah,
And there's a couple of bigger ones coming in as well, so it's very early days, but for some reason the water temp's now gone from 19 back up to about 20, back up to about 21 and a half, 22 nearly.
yeah,
So there's a few big dolphin fish starting to show up. So
Yeah.
give that a crack. You need to be first out there though. The fads obviously further north fish a bit better because they get less hammered.
yeah,
The ones east, you've got 3 to choose from, so you've got a bit more variety. It's a fad 12, B and C.
yeah.
And also the 50 fathom fads, they will be a bit bigger out there, and there'll be a little bit more current and a bit more bluer water, so a bit more water, so perhaps it'll be even better again. Definitely at the 50s though, jigging Stewie with long top jigs on this one.
Yeah, long type jigs, mate. And like those slow jigs as
Yeah.
well, Dougie, they work
Yeah.
quite good. You don't
They
have
do.
to work them as hard. It's definitely a lot easier.
Yes.
But yeah, we're pretty fortunate. Like jigs these days, it's kind of like 50-50. Some come rigged, some don't. But the ones that come rigged are very good quality still.
Yeah,
though.
they
So
are very good.
like the Storm Gamoku range,
Yeah.
they're always pretty good. They're nice and cheap, and they work a treat. Good hooks
Yeah.
on them. Dougie, one of your favourites?
Yeah, the Stager Bob, which is a mustard jig from Wilson's. Double hook, so very slow pitch style. You actually have 2 hooks on there, and I have caught 2 kings at many times. King and the amberjack maybe once or twice, but definitely 2 kings at the same time. So they're a great thing to do as well. Yeah, great
Yeah.
thing jig. So just slow pitch jig, very slow. They'll still tack it,
Yeah.
but definitely fast jigs is more aggressive and a little bit of adrenaline pumping when you're going.
Yeah,
So,
definitely,
yeah.
mate. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Out wider, guys. I don't know if the weather will allow you to get out wide this weekend, but if it does, the bottom dropping's still been fantastic. Flamies and barcods and all the rest out there.
Yeah.
And the trolling, there's been a few yellowfin tuna every week. There's a little bit more of the yellowfin tuna starting to show up. A lot of guys don't say much, but we know they're catching them.
Yeah.
So that's worth a go. And definitely, bottom dropping. The current's not too bad at the moment, so you've probably got about another 2 or 3 months grace before the current starts ripping in.
Yeah.
So go hard where you can.
Yeah.
Just don't go overboard. Like, guys, seriously, at the end of the day, if you got 2 bar cod on the boat and they're 10, 15, 20 kilo each, I think that's enough.
Yeah, that's probably enough. Yeah.
Yeah, probably enough. You
Yeah.
don't need to get your bait on it. So,
Yeah.
anyhow, just let you know that. And other than that, that's probably it for offshore at the moment. So let's skip into the jumping in. Sure, we fished the flatty comp last Saturday.
We did, mate.
Yes, and
We
I
did.
won't say who caught the most points or most flatty, but anyhow, it's 4 days in a row. 4 trips in a row. Stu, you got a big thready, mate.
We actually did say before this comp that it wasn't about the individual effort. There's no I in team.
Oh, that's correct.
And I made the joke that there was me in team, and that backfired greatly on me. However, I did put a thready in the boat, and it was quite a nice one.
Yeah, that's a good thready. Yeah, meter 13, and I watched it hit Stu just through his soft plastic out the shallow, and this little twitch, and next minute this monster come flying, and I had jumped out of the water, about that much water, but come flying out of the water, and we thought it was a massive flathead over a metre from the first got its belly out, and there's a little splash, and here we go. This could be the one.
Well, it wasn't the one.
Yeah, that was the one.
It wasn't the one, but it ended up in our tongue. It was really good eating too. If you ever catch one, kill it because they're really nice. But unless you want to take a photo, let it go.
Yeah.
But just ate a little paddle tail, really shallow water, as Dougie said, and good fight. I did get on 3 pound line. Everyone's like, you can't do that, but I did, and
What's
it was
4 pound?
pretty quick. No, 3 pound, 10 pound leader.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good effort.
But, yeah.
We got a video at the end. We'll put that on eventually.
Yep.
Anyway, we had a great time, and it was hard for us to find the big ones. We still come in sort of in the top 20% of the field, I think. something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. And a little message for everyone out there: boat maintenance.
Oh,
Now, Dougie says, "Oh, we're going to pre-fish this week. We'll use your boat because my boat's completely ready." And I said, "That sounds good. That means that the electric battery's going to be charged. Everything's going to be sweet." So we're fishing, and then an alarm starts. And Doug says, "What's that?" And I say, "Well, I don't know, Doug. What is that?" And he says, "Well, there's no
Stu's
lights on the
outboard
gauge."
mechanic, by the way.
Yeah. I said, what's the light on the gauge? And he says, "There's no lights on my gauge." And I said, "Oh, well, that helps, doesn't it?" So then I said, "Well, it might have something to do with you dredging the last 2 kilometres while we're trolling. The motor could be getting hot, Doug." And then he says, "Oh, maybe." And we get on the plane and it's a constant alarm. And I say, "That could be a hot alarm, Doug." And he's like, "Oh, no, I don't know." I said, "Has it got oil?" "It is a 2-stroke. And he says, yeah, heaps of oil. Put 4 litres in just the other day." I said, "When was the other day?" "Well, the other day was a long days ago." Because when the dipstick came out, the dipstick had no oil on it. And then, Doug, what was the question that you said?
Where's the closest oil?
No, before that.
Oh.
What's the worst that can happen?
Oh, that's right.
Well, folks, when you don't have oil in your outboard, they go bang in the middle of nowhere. So, anyway, keep a bit of spare oil in your boat if you've got a 2-stroke. If not, check your boat before you go out because we were a long way from home.
So consequently, we lost about an hour of our fishing time because we had to go very slow all the way up to Cabbage Tree Point, and some kind folks there in the convenience store helped us out.
Had some oil.
Yeah, and Stu had to run all the
Stuart
way
had to run up there because Doug didn't want to.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah,
It was a day to remember.
yeah, that's right. So we lost, between that and your half hour and your fish, we lost about an hour and a half of the day. Yeah, that's right. So it is what it is. And unfortunately, the oil light did go, the alarm went off at the crucial time of the start of the running time, which was, we had planned, but it didn't happen. So anyway, that's...
But you know what the funniest thing is?
No,
The alarm turned off when you put the oil in.
I did.
Funny that,
It
eh?
works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Technology.
Okay.
Okay, back to fishing.
So there's a lot of good flatties caught, and they're up on the flats. So all the bigger fish were caught up on the flats. They're a lot caught trolling, but the size wasn't consistently big.
No.
A few were at the 70s or 74s or whatever.
Yeah.
But the 80 plus ones were all caught up on the flat. So
Yeah.
casting,
Big lures.
yeah,
Like this type of thing. So Duo Tide Minnows, Dougie, we finally got them in stock.
I know.
Limited stock. They did sell out really quick. But those things work an absolute treat. And Dougie, you got some smaller ones
Yeah,
there.
this is the size I like to use.
Yeah.
And the price has dropped since they changed suppliers. They're a great product, and they work very well.
Yeah.
Very, very nice finish on them. Stewie, I wish I had these new Rapala lures that
Mate.
just would come out. And unfortunately, we didn't have them in time for the comp, but they are like soft plastics. We don't get excited. There's a lot of soft plastics out there, but when something really good comes along, we get excited. and this is the go.
This is it. So they do a prawn, which is called the imposter. They do the jerk. They do the suspect. They do everything. They've got a couple models there. Dougie, these things are going to smack it.
They really are. Yeah. So they've been testing for a while, and we know that Mel, who's with Mick from Rapala, and Mel's been catching some really big flatties. You might have seen the pictures with just a little sort of circle about where the lure sits. You can't see what it is. Anyhow, that's been her go-to. Has been these crush it prawn type ones in an array of colours, and they are really, really good.
They are, mate.
Crush City, mate.
That's it. But Dougie, we didn't have that, so we actually used. Just
we didn't have that, so we actually did quite well on these. And these are very good too. There's a 3-inch McCarthy, which are previously in 4-inch, but now they're doing a 3-inch. And as we all know, the little bait fish they're feeding at the moment, that's the stuff we use. Use it with about a 1/6 or 1/4 at the most jig head, and about a 2 or 1/0 size.
Yeah.
Extremely good. We did quite well on those too, as you know.
We did, mate.
You did right the shrimps too, mate.
Yeah, I always throw the prawns when the bite's a bit harder.
Stewie, I said, Stewie, just bring along about 2 or 3 rods. He brought 6.
Yeah, I did, and I bought about 3 tackle boxes.
And I reckon he changed about every 3 casts. So it'd be a prawn, or it'd be a vibe, or it'd be a soft plastic, or it'd be a hardbody.
You got to see what they're eating. Yeah, vibes, Dougie, love them. They were always on one of the rods. And look, we caught fish on everything.
We did.
But just not the size we need.
That's right.
But yeah.
So do it right.
We did.
Okay.
Yep.
So plenty of flat around the jumping area. So where to go jumping area? We'll tell you. So still the back block. So the back to medium. So they're not up right at the low way. They're more around the back ends of say Tiger Mullet.
Like up at Wally's, Cobby, that type of area. Up around say opposite the boat ramp at Cabbage Tree, not a bad point there. Bit of weed, bit of mud, all that stuff. You can troll, you can cast it. Yeah, but
and the back end of the Jackers Wild Channel as well.
Yeah,
dinner roll and that sort of place.
Yeah.
So, but they should. Just after this full moon is gone now,
they should be on the move.
A few big girls spawning up, maybe even on Kalingas. I'm not worth a crack there.
Yeah.
Give that a go on the high tide this weekend in the morning. High tides will be good.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's the go. Taylor's doing in the jumping area. Have you heard of much around that?
Yeah, that run in, like last of the run out tide, so I'd definitely start off flatty fishing. And then as soon as that tide turns, I would try to get over to the bar and definitely spin in that whitewash for some Taylor. So just small metals, they work really good. I catch plenty of fish, all sizes, and just throw it out into the white water on the edge and let it sink down. Wind, stop, and you should be on.
Yeah, we've had some pretty big swells during the week, that wind, and it's all wind-driven swell. Because you always see, if you look at the wave rod buoys and the swells gaps like 8 seconds or 10 seconds, that's normally just a swell from a low system out somewhere.
Yeah.
But when it's like drops in like 4 or 5 seconds, that's wind swell. Yeah. It's a lot closer. Just remember that. But something like that off the beach, when the swell drops a bit more, would be fantastic for casting at the moment.
Yeah.
And down along the, if you're down the jumping area, obviously off the beach or jumping, just don't go in the green zone area, the back of Tipplers there.
That's it. And Dougie, I like throwing stick baits from the beach or from the boat, mate. They all work. But just that little bit bigger size, bit bigger profile, and it catches a bit bigger fish generally. So,
yeah. So we'll come back down to the broadwater now.
Yeah.
Squid's still happy and still went out. I squeezed a quick morning in on Sunday morning just for like 45 minutes. Yeah. And I caught 6 in a row and I thought that's enough. And I come back in, there's still plenty of squid there.
Yeah.
So they're a good size as well. And squid jigs, well, that's still my go-to at the moment. I keep changing because I keep finding a better one. They seem to go off one and go into another. But that colour's been really good in the Shimano clinch model. It has the flash boost in it.
Yeah.
Stu, we do a good range of Ozuri as well, which are legendary squid jigs.
Yeah.
They're very good, and the egg styles are good.
Yeah.
But in squid jigs, just keeping that 2.5, and then I got actually half of the squid the other day on just right at the back.
Just a sleeper, mate.
Just a sleeper drifting along, just on the bottom. Got to check it for weed every now and then, gets a bit of snot weed on it, whatever.
Yeah.
Take it off, clean it up, drop it out. But definitely good. At one stage there, when you find a patch, I had 2 rods. I just got one in, and then both my sleepers went off. And before the first sleeper went off, I just got one in. I threw that out. Both my sleepers went off. Plus my rods threw out went off. Yeah. And I was like, no, of course, I was loving to be fishing one. I got 3 at once. got them all in. And I thought, I'll go home then.
That's good.
Yeah, they're on. They're on. Good. But anyhow, there's plenty out there. So that's the Broadwater. Areas to fish for the squid. Definitely Runaway Bay Marina in front of that area up to probably Shearwater Estate entrance, canal entrance. And then around Bigger Creek, as you know, Stu, is really good. Back of Wave Break up towards the Grand Hotel Jetty and boat ramp. And definitely along the main channel from SeaWorld up to the Gold Coast Bridge. Pretty good.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Inside the channel, in the deeper water. And actually, a lot. And again, we talked about last week, but again this week, a lot of calamari squid, tiger squid
like
being
mixed
in with the arrows. So I'm just in the middle of the channel. So
yeah,
they're obviously in the Broadwater at the moment, which is a great thing to see.
Yeah.
Dougie,
heaps of flatties around that area as well, mate. Like
so
around all the shots. And
I saw Beck from BK Charters was out yesterday, the day before.
Yeah.
And they got a heap of flatties around in front of Curragee there.
Yeah.
Where the campground is. And they're good fish too.
Yeah.
Just cast up on the edge of Australia there.
Yeah.
But also Crab Island opposite side, very good.
Yeah.
Eating both big crab and little crab, as we call it. Or down the centre, casting the wee beds either side, and at the back end, northern end of the crab, all the way through to opposite the top end of the Sovereign, all those banks all the way through.
They all work.
Yeah.
Yep.
Flatties all the way, you can do it in kayak. Of course you can't do it land-based there, but you can definitely do it with a boat.
Yeah.
Not a big boat that you might get stuck on the sandbanks, watch the tide.
Yeah.
Watch where you're going.
That's
There's no markers.
No. But look, if you are land-based, like out the front of Columbus Drive, down the very end, there's a good walk, good park there. You can fish straight off there, and heaps of weed out the front there, Dougie, at the moment. So
that's right.
I dare say there'll be heaps of flatties there.
Yep, that's right.
Yep.
Let's give that a go.
Yeah.
Also land-based, plenty of bream around at the moment. Around Baby Harbour Walls, been plenty of bream. Seaway's been good as well, particularly where it comes around into the Broadwater.
Yeah.
Sand pump and jetty, I'm not sure if it's open at the moment, but then we've got a crack for tails this time of year we get them.
Yeah.
We're off the beach for tail if the weather allows us this weekend. Give it a go as well if you're land-based.
Yeah.
Crabs, haven't heard much of the crabs. There's still the odd muddies, odd sandy around.
Yeah.
Give that a go. Stu, you heard much of the freshwater at all?
Mate, there's been a few bass around. I haven't heard of a great deal just because it's been so windy. Yeah, Dango's pretty hard to fish when it's so windy. So
that's right. And you still can't fish down the side of the weirs at the moment.
That's right. Yeah.
In the rivers. So haven't got much on the freshwater. Sorry guys, but worth a go. So that probably all wraps up this week, Stewie. We haven't had time to get out for a fish since last weekend, so we'll get out this weekend and give it a bit of a go.
Hopefully we'll give it a crack.
It allows us a bit of everything. But just so you know too, we got my daughter's is in year 12 at school at the moment. And they're doing a fundraiser for cancer. As you may all know, I had a bad cancer deal 5 years ago, and it's still going right at the moment. Anyhow. She's doing a good cause. There's, I think there's 50 girls in her year 12 at school that are getting their hairs cut off. The hair's going to be then given apparently to make wigs for ladies going through chemo. It's a great cause. But she's got a fund me. It's actually a fund me. It's actually I can't remember the thing, but it's a haircut. Give me 1 minute. Sorry guys. I'll tell you. 1 minute. Da-da-da. Stu, do a dance for me, mate. Do a dance for me, buddy. Come on. Do a dance.
So I need a couple of espresso martinis before I start dancing, I'll tell you what. Dougie, you did share it on your personal Facebook, mate.
I did,
so anyone that follows
it's
Dougie.
It's also on Douglas Stacker World as well. And you'll see it on there. And here we go right now. I'll tell you what it is right now. Sorry guys, I'm just about there. So, fishing looks good this weekend. Okay, it's called Ponytail Project. Okay, so you can click on there. So what I'm doing is worth waiting for. So what I'm going to do, so everyone who donates, and I really appreciate it, guys, $5, $10, $50, whatever you can afford. And I know it's hard times at the moment, but I know how cancer affects so many more people these days. It's pretty close to my heart then. And anyhow, the deal is, if you, whatever you donate, doesn't matter, I really appreciate it. I will donate a day fishing with me. We'll go fishing, and so everyone that donates it, all your names are going to a hat. We'll shake all the names, put it on the table, put them all in the hat, and we'll draw one out. Okay, and it'll be well, the flatties are on, or whatever you want to chase. I don't care. So we'll do that as a bonus. So you guys that donate, I really appreciate it, and ladies and kids, thank you so much. And if you can't do it, just care for those who have cancer. Thank you very much, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram page. Okay, see you later guys.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.